Brought to you by Hallow, the world's #1 prayer app.
I am in a love triangle with my best friend's brothers. She has 2 brothers, and currently I am in some sort of love triangle with them. And my problem is I'm not really sure how to tell her, or if I should tell her, or what even to do, or how to go about the situation. I've been trying to build up the courage, and sometimes whenever we hang out, we've been hanging out a lot. Whenever we hang out, I'll be like, "Hey, I have something to tell you," and then she's like, "Okay, what?" And then I just flop, and I can't get it out. I just can't say it. I just cannot
All right,
get it out.
help me with some definitions of terms. Are you sleeping with both of them?
Okay, no.
Okay.
We have just been no, that would be sorry. We've just been texting a lot, and this past weekend was obviously Halloween, so all of us being in our early 20s, I saw them out at the bars, and just I don't yeah.
So you have a crush on them.
Yeah, and they have expressed to me that they also have a crush on me, but they don't know. As far as I know, they do not know that both of them have a crush on me, and I have a crush on both of them.
So what are you getting out of this? Because you're getting something.
I don't really.
You do. Spend some time just sitting in it, because you're about to blow up your friendship and you're about to blow up a family. And
yeah, that's what I'm nervous about. So I'm not really sure exactly how she would feel about it. Me and her have been best friends for 7, going on 8 years. So we've been best friends for a really long time. So I'm not exactly sure on if she would be okay with it, even in the first place.
The fact that you have been best friends with her for 7 years and you can't tell her tells me.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law was my friend before I knew his sister, and he said, "Hey, this pains me to say this, but I think you're going to marry my sister, and I want you to date her." And I was like, this is the weirdest conversation. And then he went on to say, "I can't be your friend right now while you're dating my sister." And I was like, that's weird. And he was right. But here's the thing. We were friends for 18 months or a year, right? And so you being best friends with someone for 7 or 8 years,
Yeah.
that it will blow that up. And fine, blow it up for love. Do what you want to do. Here's the thing. You have a crush on 2 guys.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Have as many crushes as you want to. You're in your early 20s. Crush away. It's the person you are revealing yourself to be.
Yeah.
As someone who keeps secrets from their best friend, someone who keeps secrets between brothers, someone who lies to one brother over another, someone who's becoming somebody that she didn't know she was capable of becoming in a negative way.
Mm-hmm.
And no love. No love is worth your integrity.
Oh, yeah. You really got me there. You really got me there.
So if you're not sleeping together and you're not making out with these guys and you're just hanging out, it's not I wouldn't call it a love triangle. I would just stop using that language. It's kind of just that's exasperated TikTok language. But you have a crush on 2 guys who happen to be brothers. Do you like the idea of having secret crushes on 2 brothers, or do you actually think I could have a relationship with either of these guys?
I do not like the idea really at all, but I really do think I could be, in a pretty good relationship with really either one of them. They're both very, very good young men, in my opinion. I think so.
Well, great.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
That's kind of what I'm here to ask you. Do you think I should just kind of call it all off and
I think you're overblowing it. What am I getting wrong? I feel like you're way overblowing it.
I think it's the fact that she's my best friend, and this has been going on since the beginning of August. And
but you keep saying, what's going on? You're texting them?
Yeah, but
are you sending topless pictures to them?
No, no.
Are you
It's just
secretly
like,
making out with them?
I guess I have made out with one of them. Yes,
Okay.
technically, yes.
So
So
and again, I'm trying to just get to the. So he's talking to you specifically, and he doesn't know that you're also talking to his brother.
yeah.
Does he talk about you to his brother?
I mean, I'm assuming not. If I feel like if he was, one of them would have said something by now.
Have you heard the old thing about the word assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't assume anything because assume makes an ass out of you and me,
Yeah.
right? I wouldn't assume anything. So yeah, I mean, I don't see a world where you're not lacking integrity. I mean, put it this way: if you had a crush on somebody since August, you've been talking to them, you made out with them. In any other circumstance, would she know about this person?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're intentionally withholding. It's being dishonest.
Yeah.
Don't be that person. Tell the truth.
Okay. Then I'll go tell her.
And I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's just like really, it's really like, it's like really hard to comprehend like everything. Like even for me, like I haven't told anyone about this because like all obviously if we're best friends, all of our friends are also.
No, that tells me
Like,
you're
we all have the
that
same
tells me you're
friends.
ashamed of it. What are you ashamed of?
I'm just ashamed of the fact that like I've been hiding it. I'm like not like I'm talking to two guys that not only am I talking to two guys, like they're related, they're brothers. Like there's just like a lot like that goes on top of it.
Yeah. That you're at the epicenter. I would look in the mirror and say, I'm going to stop being this person. And that means I'm going to be a person who doesn't hold secrets from my best friends, even when I want to go to her and say, hey, I have a crush on your brother. Because I'm like I'm thinking of my 4 or 5 best friends that are guys, that are grown-ups.
Yeah.
I would love it if they had not, they weren't all in long-term marriages. I would love it if they dated my sister.
Yeah.
It'd be weird, and I'd make fun of them all the time. But I would love it if they dated my sister because I know what kind of caliber person they are.
Yeah.
Right? And so I don't have a psychology for like, that's my brother. Ew. Like, man, if it's your best friend, who else would I want other than somebody that I know and trust and whatever? Unless I've got a bag of secrets that she knows and she's not going to want me around her brothers. Yeah. Or I have a history of not telling her the truth. She doesn't want her brothers around a girl like me.
Yeah. And that's like kind of another thing. Like, since we've been friends for so long, I've been around them while they've had other girlfriends. And like, she's come to me talking about things that she just hates about them. Like, just digging into them as most siblings would. All her brothers are older. So, she just talks about, everything she hates about, their current girlfriend, or at the time, their current girlfriend.
That's her job. She's the youngest sister, right?
Yeah.
She's supposed to be judgy of their girlfriends. No one's ever going to be good enough for their big brother, except maybe her best friend.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
But regardless, I want you at the young age of 20 to begin practicing. I'm not going to keep secrets from my friends. I'm not going to split families up not even over love, over this feeling of I'm getting away with something. And this feeling of somewhat of control. You got some little puppet master thing going on here where she doesn't know, brother number 1 doesn't know, brother number 2 doesn't know. I'm kind of in control of this thing. I hooked up with brother number 1 a little bit, brother number 2. Just get out of that business, man, because here's the thing. It robs you of your dignity and it robs you of your sleep. And sleep and peace are in short supply these days. And so I'm optimizing not for the best interest rate. I'm not optimizing for the best. Like, how is this going to feel max? I am optimizing for peace, period. But yeah, I'd have that conversation and I'd do it today because it's eating you alive. And then I would have a conversation with both of the brothers and say, y'all don't know this. I've been talking to both of you and I'm sorry. I was wrong. I really want to date you or I really want to date you. But I'm going to have this conversation, but make your call. I almost be willing to bet you're going to lose all 3 of them for a time period and probably she'll come back. And I think that's probably right. that's probably right. Or maybe one of the brothers says, nope, I pick Taylor, the girl who is also texting my other brother. I pick her over my brother. And then if he does pick you over his brother, I would ask more questions because I don't know if that's the guy you want to hitch your wagon to long term either. But that's another phone call. Y'all can call me when y'all make that decision. Download the Hallow app today and get 3 free months at hallow.com/Delony.